Our next presenter is Daniele Iannucci, a PhD candidate at the Cinema Studies Institute, whose talk is titled Portraits to Passports, Identity Documents in Sports Media.
When many of us think of sports photography, we often think of those images that capture a feat of athleticism, the iconic moments of glory, or perhaps a powerful political statement made on the field or in the arena. But there's another type of sports photo that goes unnoticed. It's mundane and innocuous, and in the world of sports media, it's everywhere, from trading cards and television broadcasts to sport video games and social media platforms. And I invite you to look at an example of this from my area of research in professional soccer. Now, the image on the left is a picture of Canadian soccer superstar Alphonso Davies. And in looking at the image, you'll notice that the photo is evenly lit, contains no shadows, shows a clear difference between the subject and a background, displays his natural skin tone, and shows him with a neutral expression. Now, if these parameters stand out to you, it might be because they're the same ones required for identity documents like the passport. But why would Davies pose for something like this? And moreover, what happens when we, the public, see these images and the biometric and biographic details often attached to them? Heights, weights, birth dates, birthplaces, and national affiliations. Ultimately, these images and details resemble identity documents, and identity documents are to be kept safe and secured, relinquished only when requested by an authority figure to confirm the details of our likeness, identity, or nationality. My PhD research project presents these images as just that, identity documents. And in the world of professional soccer, athletes are required to pose for these photos when they're registered within the tightly governed systems of institutional sport, where national identities are regulated, conveyed, and displayed on some of the world's largest stages in competitions like the FIFA World Cup. In looking at these images, we as audiences become enmeshed in a very public process of document inspection, in which we assume the role of authority figure checking these documents and use them to articulate the image of a nation and its citizens through sport, its institutions, and its media industries. In the archival research I completed at sport museums across Europe, I traced these images to photographic portraiture of the 1860s, a time when institutional sport began to emerge and express itself in print cultures. The portraits you see on the right that I sourced in sport magazines, newspapers, and collectibles led me to find that photographic sport portraiture was being widely used to notate identities and nationalities well before its use in an identity document like the passport. And so my research doesn't just invite us to consider the importance of these images and systems in how we navigate national identity in sports media today, but crucially, the overlooked role these images have played in the historical development of photographic identity documents, from portrait to passport. Thank you.